there's some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you want to be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some.
Good morning, YouTube. As always, we're running behind, but it is what it is. We get it. We gonna get it done. We get it and all that stuff. But I've been up since the crack of dawn. I got to go home for the night. As usual, and I'm gonna start doing it. Hey, Mike. I'm gonna start. I'm more dedicated this summer to replacing my lawn with fescue. Half of it's going to be Zenith zoysia, and half of it's going to be Xeon zoysia. Xeon zoysia is the grass that is much better for shaded areas. So, but also I have been doing this within my budget, because this is a special grass and it's very expensive. I got to do different types of things. I can't afford at $450 a pallet. I need about 5 or 6 pallets, to redo my front. I don't have that, so I got to get what I can. Is a lot of times it's going to be distressed grass that has been sitting, rolled up, covered, and starting to go dormant or starting to go bad, and I can bring it back to life. It takes a lot of water, and when I do, it spreads out and covers the certain area. So when I spread it out and make strips, I've figured out that is the best way to do it. I try to do plugs, and the plugs kind of died off. But if I do strips, it fixes it. It fixes itself. Well, I'm going to keep on. Every time I come home, I'll buy either 4 or 5, and it just depends. They go about like between 5. If they're really bad, $5 a roll. Brand new, they're 15. So if I keep on pushing forward, I'm going to eventually have a lawn. So I got to keep on doing that. I bought a reel mower, and I'm going to be putting both of them. I got 2. I'm going to be putting them back together. They're missing parts. They work, but they're missing parts. And that's one of my things. I'm going to be enjoying that part of it also. But like right now, I had to turn my water back on. It's going to be raining all week, but I need extra water on this distressed grass that I dropped down on the lawn to bring it back to life. So I'm going to let that. I have a remote, and I'm going to let the water run for this whole week, and it's set on a timer. 15 minutes on one side, and then 15 minutes on the other side. I'm going to be transferring some money over to make sure that the water bill doesn't go crazy, for my wife, so she don't get pissed and mad at me, because I'm trying to beautify her out. I think my Bermuda is going to come back because I'm getting more sunlight now because of the neighbors. Neighbors cut the forest down on their side. I can't afford it, and I don't think the association is going to let us. So it is what it is. I had fun cutting the lawn. Every time I come home now, I'm just gonna cut the lawn, so I can keep up with it. And I'm doing the neighbors too. It's fun. A lot of people are, I wouldn't do that. No, it's fun. I'm enjoying myself. That's my stress relief. That's my enjoyment. Um, the other day, I decided to finally do a fast, and it was just spur of the moment. Boy, I can't wait to get off 285. But boy, they real close today. These truckers are driving like they ain't got no sense. But before I even bring that up, I want to talk about, and I'm trying to give this content creator their credit, because it's a good subject, and I just want to add to it. I think her name is Mandy, the cruise planner, or Mandy I think it's Mandy the cruise planner, something like that. But she brought up the subject that a lot of us are messing up. Yeah, because I'm all as usual morning. A lot of us are messing up cruising for everybody. And what I mean by that, what they're saying is that people are being very mean and very obnoxious to the people that are working on the cruise ship, which I think is freaking stupid. If you're going to be obnoxious and mean to the person that handles your food, you're an idiot. You're going to be obnoxious and mean to the person that cleans your room. I've heard stories about, the room attendant cleaning the toilet with somebody's toothbrush. Ugh. But these people they are human beings. They come from different countries, and they're trying to better their life. They work 12 to 14-hour days. I mean, it's really ridiculous how many hours these people work. I try my best to please and thank you, and acknowledge. Thank you for the well service. I save up. I'm not a baller. I try to give extra tips and stuff like that, and try to treat people with respect, especially on these cruise ships. And I thank you when they give me the fantasy of being nice to me when they don't have to. In reality, people don't have to be nice to you. But I try to be nice back. I try not to complain, and if I do complain, it's very minimal. And it seems like people want. It doesn't matter what they want to complain about. Like, for example, Carnival used to have halfway decent food before the pandemic. Now but it's a lot of food. Guy's Burger Joint, I like it. I really like it. Something that the way they season it or something, the fries or whatever. But this is horrible. This is horrible. And you always see the pictures of the people that are complaining about it. They're 2 tons of fun. And what do you expect? What do you expect from a hamburger? This food was disgusting. It didn't go on the boat and get on a diet, because the way you looks like that you take anything and everything. I'm just saying. And everything is complaint because you're so used to people coddling you. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. What? Okay, no. What's the matter with it? I remember I used to be an assistant manager for Shoney's. It was years ago. And I remember one time I eventually quit because I told the owner I'm tired of arguing with people over 50 cents. And I remember in this, nothing with gay people, but they were the really worst when it comes to trying to get over, and they would call me to the table and say this food was hilarious, this food was nasty, and I'm not paying for this. And I'd look at the plate. I would understand if you took one or two bites and then said, I want to speak to the manager. This, okay, I'll comp it and see if we get you something else. But I remember one time I looked at the plate and it looked like this fool licked the plate clean. And I told the person, if you're gonna pay for this. If you're not, I'm gonna call the police because you're trying to get a free meal and rip me off, and I don't care. You're gonna pay for this because they literally licked the plate clean. And you're saying it was nasty. Well, it was nasty. Why'd you eat it all? Do you see what I'm saying? If it was nasty, why'd you eat it all? And I remember one time, I was an assistant manager, and Mike, you know how emotional, unstable I am anyway. Well, this another gay couple, and I'm not picking on gays, but this is the truth of the matter. Told my manager that I was noxious and rude to them, and I mean, just went down the line and demanded a free meal. And the manager gave it to him, but came back and told me, and I said, that's bull, because I never spoke to them. I've been in the back cooking the whole time. And I went running out the door after them and said, and this was during the age of HIV and AIDS and everything, and I went off. I said, how dare you? I literally said, how dare you stain my name when I haven't even spoken to you? I was in the back the whole time. And there was these twin brothers, big, heavy-set white dudes, muscle-bound. And I would comp their meal every few days because they always came in and met there and had steaks. And I knew they were good customers, and I would always comp their meals. And I remember, every few couple of days I'd comp their meals because, I knew you was coming back and having another steak. Hey, this is on us, for being good customers. And they took well. And they followed after me and grabbed me. And they said, and it was laughing because they knew me. And they said, no. And he said, well, he's dying. I went, I don't care if you're dead now, but you're not going to lie on me. You're not going to freaking lie. You lying sack of crap. And see, this is what I'm saying. People are mean. They're evil. And they think they can get away with, talking to anybody any old way. That's why, I tell a story about, I watched this one young lady all day long one day, and I'm when I'm on a cruise, I'm really not really obvious, but I started watching. I watched this woman all day long in breakfast, serving during the day, wiping up stuff, wiping tables and what, and then at night serving me at our table. And then after that, and it was like I'm sneaking out in the middle of the night, like 11, 12 o'clock to get some food that I didn't need. And I'm sitting there watching, and I said, wait a minute, hold up. And I was in the elevator. I said, you still working? And I remember she said, yes, sir. And she was dying to try to break a smile. And after that day, I made it my business because I was cheap before. After that day, I said, no, I'm not gonna be one of those people get in line and have them take their gratuities off. I'm gonna pay extra. I'm gonna give extra. I'm gonna try to do the best I can to tip and do other things. And I remember that. So that's what I was saying when you're talking to people about treating others as you want to be treated. And and I stayed in the restaurant business. I eventually got out because and I tried to be nice and polite to folks because of this. And and in that aspect, I try to treat people like they need to be treated. I just dropped the short this morning. I'm in day 2 of. I'm even in a stronger ketosis than I was before. Yesterday, and it's blown my mind. And I want to keep on going now. I'm not going to brag about it to my wife because, you know, I just want to keep on going, and I'm starting to feel the difference again. When I'm walking in to pick up the paperwork and when I pick up the everything, I'm starting to feel the difference. I'm starting to feel better. My walk is lighter, but I have to get out of the attitude that I have. I can do this straight good for 1-2 days and then think right after that I'm super ninja, and then I could just do everything. I could get me a half a gallon of ice cream and then I'm gonna be okay. Then I'm not type 2 diabetic or no. I need to act like I have some sense. Which 9 times out of 10 I don't, but I need to act like it. I need to act like I got some sense. And that is the hardest thing to ever do as a big bag. It seems to be the hardest thing to ever do. It's to change my lifestyle. I'm scared. Like right now, my pants are loose on me, but I'm scared. I'm scared to get the right size pants. I'm scared to have a shirt that's not baggy. I'm scared. Why? Because I think I might tell myself that I don't have a problem. I'm not an overeater. I'm not an emotional eater. That I can handle this stuff, and I'm gonna go back again, which I know, it. I fall back, but I rebound. I don't want to fall back again, at least for a little while, at least for a week or two. But I'm afraid. I still have my big bag clothes, not just the big bag clothes. I'm talking the big bag clothes. It's in a bin up in my attic. I'm talking 44 plus. Right now, I'm at a 30, 36, 38, pants right now. But my other stuff, I'm scared. I'm still scared. I'm scared to get rid of it. You say, why are you scared? Wait a minute. Oh, that's shambly done with. Oh man, did I miss it? Yes, I did. Damn it. I missed the exit. Oh, no. Oh, oh boy. I ain't got no sense, guys. I missed the exit. I wonder if I can get it again. Let's take a look. If I go straight across. If I go straight across, I might be able to get back on there. I gotta cut across. I gotta go straight across, but I gotta go straight across, but I gotta make a cut so I don't hit that concrete line. Yeah, but well, we'll see. Jesus. Some idiot put that block in there. Dummy. Oh well. I pulled over and then reset the whatchamacallit. Dang it. Sure, come on. I should be able to do it. I'm gonna make the turn. Yeah, this is ignorant. Make the turn and pow! Yeah, daggone it. Oh well, it is what it is. Nah, I just get off the Buford Highway. Luckily, I forgot what I was gonna say. Um, and this is the struggle that um, most folks like myself go through. Look at that, and it ain't even backed up. Daggone it. Go through where we think we can do it on our own and don't stay dedicated. So I need to start working on my mental fortitude, um, my mental resilience. Um, I need to start working on figuring out how to change my perception of eating healthy, my perception of being healthy, and making it a standard and a practice for now on. Yes, you can have cheat days, but it's so hard. Like my wife had all this watermelon. I said I could have stole that this morning, but I'm like, man, I might still be in ketosis before I check, and I'm gonna knock myself out by, having the watermelon. Even though, you're thinking it's not that sweet, it's not. It's just watermelon, but it's still something that's gonna mess you up, and you need to get a hold of yourself. Like, I did, one of those grab myself and shake myself. Get a hold of yourself, man. You can do this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, get a hold of yourself. You can do this. And I'm like, yes, I can do this. I'm like, yeah, I can do this. You got this. And, and it's a constant letdown when I fall from grace. And people don't realize, like a person like me, I beat myself up more than anybody else can beat me up. But I'm starting to lose weight. I told my wife that I lost 6 more pounds because I'm going to get to 220. That's my thing. But I joked. I said it's probably due to weight, and she, because I don't want her to be jealous. I'm just trying to be healthy. I want to be around. I want to have that relationship, the 10 years has been the best years of my life. I wanted to keep going. I want to have 10 more years. But I can't have 10 more years thinking I can just eat whatever I want. I can't have 10 more years if I'm limping all over the place. I can't have 10 more years if I can't even get around. I can't keep on cruising if I can't get around. You feel me? I can't keep doing this if I'm causing my own due damage, because diabetes can actually cause blindness. The veins in the back of your eyeball, back there, the doctors tell me, if you don't keep it under control. So I have to start doing better. I have to start being better. I have to start making. Listen here. What the heck? I have to start making an effort to do what I need to do, because I'm happy. After all this time, I can actually say I'm happy. Why? Because you know what? Here's the weird thing. When I did the fasting, I wasn't tired. When you eat, when you eat, your blood pressure goes up because your body is going to overdrive trying to digest that food. I actually wasn't hungry because I didn't keep thinking about it. I didn't have something yelling in my subconscious, "You're gonna starve. You're gonna die." No. I just, I had all this free water, so I just kept on drinking the water. I was going to the bathroom all day long, but I kept on drinking the water. But I surprised myself. Now, what I need to do is incorporate some intermittent fasting and fight against the evil thoughts that I'm giving myself. What are the evil thoughts? You're gonna die. You need to eat. I ain't gonna die. If I didn't have all this reserves, meaning this gut and all of that, I would say yeah. But I got all these reserves. I'm good. I'm gonna be okay. Just like I said, if you think you're not gonna be okay, take a look again. Don't give up. If the doctor says you got to take your medicine, take your medicine. But look for herbal alternatives. Look for, what can I do to loosen up my blood vessels? What helps that? Like, I figured out, and please don't tell me I'm ODing on it, because I've OD'd on other stuff. But 4-magnesium glycinate pill knocks me out at night. And I sleep, and I don't toss and turn more than I normally do. You know what I'm saying? I don't toss and turn as much. I'm going to go down to 3 and back down to 2 and see what the difference is at night. Because I take that magnesium at night. It calms me down. It makes me feel better. But I've been sleeping. And I've been getting up and being, energetic. And I don't feel depressed. Not saying that I felt depressed all the time, but when you take that junk food, the chemicals in it F's you up. It screws you up. And I'm tired of being screwed up. I don't need any more chemicals to screw my head up. Than normal, Good morning, Wellness. Hey, I see you in there. I was trying to figure out what that does, but you know, and another thing, I wish I could be like wellness when the workouts and the things. I'm gonna be there one day. I'm gonna be there one day. But once I get this under control, then I can next to the next thing. Because I'm so screwed up, I need more than just saying I'm gonna do it. Once I get something down, then I need to move on to the next screwed up thing. you know. And when I do, I'm gonna be so happy because I remember, guys, when I was doing the yard work, I'd have a 12 pack, a 20, a 12 pack or two 12 packs of beer to numb me up, but I was actually causing my own downfall. I was causing my own damage because I was like, I'm in such pain. I'm gonna keep drinking this beer to numb me up, so I keep on doing the work. Well, I noticed yesterday I didn't have no beer and no alcohol, and I was good. I didn't wake up with swollen feet. I didn't wake up with a hurt back. I was good. So guess what? Now we don't need to be doing that. When I start to realize what I'm doing and I'm destroying myself with, I figured, okay, that's not good. And if this could help anybody to learn, because hey, you don't do that. But when you figure it out, pass it on. Give a testimony. Give a testimony and tell somebody this is what I've done to make me better. And this is what I figured out. Because all of that beer, that sodium or whatever that's in it, while I was holding it, swelling up my feet, and retention, and not good. Not good at all. So when I start figuring stuff out, and I'm like again, I look at my short. I did a little. You could see, it's a urine analysis that you can get in the diet section. No, it's the what do you call it? The section for diabetics at Walmart. It's usually on the bottom shelf. They're little urine strips, and you stick it. You urinate in a cup or something like that. I have a holder, and you dip that strip in there, and you count to 15. And what that does is it tells you when your body starts producing ketones. Ketones is what is ketones? Ketones is, I think it's a hormone that is telling you that your body is moving from storing complex carbohydrates to burning the fat. The darker the purple is, the more it's going for the fat. And I'm almost to the dark. It makes me want to. I might. I might not eat until later on tonight, or I might not eat at all. Hey, Urban. I might not eat tonight, or not eat at all today. Because when I left the house, I got my wife. I go shopping in my own refrigerator. I got like 3 chicken breasts, and I put some sazon and some sesame seed oil, and it's frozen. I put in a Ziploc bag and mix that all up, and I'm letting that sit. I also got some curry. It's Japanese curry mix. It comes in these little cubes. You just add water, mix it in the water, and it will thicken up. I got some pork that I'm going to add that, and it's going to be like a curry with my pork. I got some leftover pork, and I'm going to mix that up, and that's going to be a meal. I'm not adding nothing else to it. But I want to get to the dark purple. I want to get to the dark purple, and since I'm not going to be really driving other than 3 hours today, I think I'm gonna do that. And I might, what I'm gonna do is get out and do some squats. I did 25 squats yesterday. I'm gonna get out and do some more squats. I see somebody else in there. Good morning, welcome in. I'm gonna do some more squats, and then I'm just gonna relax and come up with some more ideas for my life, because I want to level off the top part of my lawn, and I want to figure out how. I'm thinking so I don't spend a whole lot of money. Every time I come home and I have the time, I'm gonna buy 2 or 3 rolls of zoysia and drop it on my lawn. Put it in strips, drop it on my lawn in the empty spots, and let that sucker seep in. 'Cause this year I'm building this lawn. Gosh darn it, I'm building this lawn. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm so proud of the bottom left corner of my my front. That was all dead sod that I bought for $50, and that sucker green like a mother. It's coming back. A few spots are dead, a few spots are, but I know when the real heat hits in June, that's when it's really gonna come back. But I'm working on it. I'm working to figure this out, and keeping and then I got a notebook. I'm gonna write this stuff down, but this year I gotta be on a budget. I gotta knock some of these credit cards down to zero, because we're going to Australia in 20. I think we're going to Alaska in 26 and Australia in 27. I gotta start paying for them before it becomes ridiculously expensive. Um, you're right about meal prep. Um, with the refrigerator I have to get those. Those to-go containers that you get at the Asian. When you go to Chinese food. I'm gonna buy another case of those. There's a place where I can buy a case. I'm gonna buy another case of those, and I can fit that in this refrigerator in this Kenworth, and I can stack them up. I could do like 5 to 10 of those in there. And I need to start meal prepping. You're right. That is something. I need to start meal prepping, and I'm waiting because I don't like to move. Every time I take a long time off, more than 4 days, I gotta move out of a truck. But my next truck, I don't have to move out of, because I hit my 1,000,000-mile mark. I'm gonna get a microwave for that one, and then I could use the microwave to heat up my meals. You know what I mean? And you're right. Getting yourself on a set budget is the key to everything. Getting yourself on a set thing, but I just gotta have some in with it. I have to come up with better ideas. I have to come up with better ideas for food, because I'll eat the same thing over and over until I'm about to throw up when I look at it. Like, because I'll get those $1.20 hot dogs. I know they ain't good, full of sodium, yada yada yada, but I can't afford meat with these prices. I can only do what I can only do. You know what I'm saying? And I have to find out cheaper alternatives. Whoa. Don't want to hit nothing. Trying to make this turn. Cheaper alternatives to the low carb lifestyle, and it's not easy because I'm getting tired of sausage because that's the cheapest. The cheapest thing is sausage or hot dog. But there is a USA food store. I just gotta go in there with a calculator and see, what they've got some, hamburger meat that I can get and stuff like that. Those are the things that I um, need to look at. I need to start cooking more intensely in here than I normally do. I just throw something in the air fryer. But I need to start making a decent meal with some vegetables in it. Um, bring my crock pot. I think when I move into my truck, I'm gonna bring my crock pot. I got my hot plate. I haven't used it yet. Crock pot, and make some stews. Cheap stew meat. Um, or make like again a big pot of chili with no beans, or something that is more on the lower end of the spectrum. There's an Italian sausage soup that I really love. I could start doing that, which is with hot Italian sausage, but I can't do rice, but I can do cauliflower rice and spinach and have containers of that. So I'm gonna start making bigger pots of stuff and do what you guys say, which is prepping, and that is exciting to me. And it's taken so long to get back on track. It's taken so long, and I please pray for a brother, because it's like being an alcoholic. You're like, I could do that, and then one thing pissed me off. Next thing you know, I'm back to the no. We can figure this out. We can figure this out. I'm hoping, and so I not be afraid, because I think I'm gonna have a party when I walk in. Pick up this bin and take it to one of these places where I can donate it. Or I wonder see if I can find an old folks home and donate it to them. Uh, see if I can find a shelter and maybe donate it to them. I could take his clothes and donate this stuff. And I got donate this oversized stuff. I'm gonna start with the triple X big bag stuff, because I want to come to the day where I can have a new wardrobe and not worry about the old wardrobe. And I'm probably gonna be in tears when I do. Probably gonna be in tears when I do. But I think it's possible. I think it's inevitable. Um, and I'm proud to say that I'm trying. I'm proud to say that I'm not giving up, but I'm proud to say that even if I fall by the wayside, I'm gonna keep on trying. I'm gonna keep on pushing forward to try my best to do better. Because when you get a swelled head, it hurts even more when that pin is stuck. It popped. That pin is popped, and all the air gets let out. All that air gets let out, and you realize, dag, I didn't have no control over this. That I didn't have control over this. and I want to have more control over this. I want to be. I'm going. I'm. I think I'm gonna do a video of walking and you know, because it's vlog to go you know, to go donate this stuff, to give it away. I want to be able to give it away. All right, guys. I need to go ahead and concentrate on driving and getting down the road. Coming up next, Wellness for Fuko Mama. Get your workout on. After that, Eddie Lugo Studios at 7:15. Cruising is fun in Eddie Lugo Studios at 9 o'clock, and Miss T with the T at 9:15. And I just want to thank y'all for listening in for my baloney this morning, making me hungry, and checking me out. And as always, guys, if you don't think nobody loves you, and it's just not a saying, it really is. I love you, and God loves you. Y'all have a blessed day. Don't be stressed. Keep going, move on, and make that effort. Don't give up. Keep trying and pushing forward. Y'all have a blessed day. See y'all tomorrow. Deuces.